yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they're going to run the end around with Jackson. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, it's Howard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first, they go right back to Howard. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On play action, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Mahomes now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Frank Clark. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Wentz. Looks over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, this is Howard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 69 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Right there, 54, right there.
Wentz gonna throw. Screen pass to Sproles. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Mahomes now on first down. That one complete to Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Nigel Bradham able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Throwing now is Mahomes. Going to throw deep for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. It's complete. It's Sproles. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They're going to run. It's Sproles. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did.
Right at the line of scrimmage. It's a turnover on downs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a 1-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Wentz now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. To throw is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And that is going to seal this victory.